They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding.
Yeah. What's up, party people? You're not gonna catch me riding dirty. Tell them, Chameleonaire. So loud. Yes. This is Rolling with Ramos, and I am your host, Anthony Ramos. Thank you so much for tuning in this beautiful Wednesday evening here on the West Coast, or wherever the hell you're tuning in from. Hey, hi everybody. Looking at the new camera setup. Do you like it? Check me out. Like it. I'm near the mic. I'm over here. Back and forth. Haha. Well, I have a couple of guests on my show that I'm going to introduce here in a second. Then we're going to get to the shout-outs. Rolling in here on my left, comic extraordinaire, Mr. Mark Fernandez.
Where's my camera?
You were late, so we didn't set you up with one. We'll put you on.
Come on, a diva always knows where his light is. Come on.
We'll get you on the wide shot in a second.
Where's my shot at?
I love it. You refer to yourself.
Look at, there you go. There. Oh yeah, they got you. Look at.
Hey everybody.
Well, that's Mark Fernandez, comedian extraordinaire, and Mr. Knowledgeable when it comes to golf and all things post-production.
I am trivia dork.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll have people ask you weird questions later if you want.
I'm down.
And then to my right, very funny comedian, Miss Dinah Leffert. Say hi, Dinah.
Hi, guys.
Wow. You guys need to keep it down, right?
What?
We're fucking recording. Say something.
Do you need more energy?
A little bit. That'd be great.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your show, dude.
It is. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to do shout-outs. Hey, Dick, can you play that shout-out clip? It's on the flash drive, fucker. It's a sound bite. It says shout-outs.
This is rehearsal, right?
Shout-outs. Shout-outs. Thanks for keeping Chameleonaire playing in the background, too. That was hot.
Is that what is that?
That was just a bunch of, it was like shout-out over and over, but you couldn't hear it because the intro music was still playing.
I thought you were going to shout something out.
I am going to shout out stuff right now.
Shout-outs.
Shout-outs.
What's up, guys?
Interesting fact, those are all my kids.
Really?
I'm Mexican, so I've got a bunch of chipmunk kids at home.
They sound like minions from Despicable Me.
Hilarious.
Despicable Me.
Well, I wanted to give a shout out to the former Pope. Shout out to him for giving up the robes and
for giving 2 weeks notice.
That
That's
was
pretty cool.
That was pretty awesome, though, right?
For war.
I've known a lot of people who are like, you know what, I'm just fuck this place, I'm out of here. But no, he was like, you know what, in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna turn in the hat and the books.
Do you know why?
And all these fucking candles and.
Do you know the real reason?
No, I don't know.
What's the real
scandal?
I know the real reason.
It has something to do with the penis.
He is stepping down.
Because
you have no idea what's about to go. He is the first.
Tell me.
In 600 years, the first pope to resign.
I know.
Because his butler, the butler did it. You
No,
guys, it's
what?
a game of Clue. In the Vatican level of Game of Clue, the butler did it. He submitted something that proves that he's going to get arrested for crimes against humanity. This is not a joke.
What did he do? He's like an old dude. What did he do?
He shuffled around those pedophiles like a game of chess, hiding them inside the Vatican.
I'll see you, one butthole lover, and raise you
Underage
a penis toucher.
Butthole lover.
Yeah.
Child trafficking in the Pope Mobile.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
This is horrendous.
Yeah.
Like he had like little kids hidden underneath his robes and
Underneath the
shit?
Pope Mobile.
Underneath the Pope Mobile. They were probably Mexicans, huh? Did he know they were there? Was there also marijuana?
Well, if they were Mexicans, they're used to it.
Right, exactly. Everybody in the Pope Mobile.
There's like 50 of them underneath.
What do they do in that instance? What's going on right now? Does that mean we don't have to fucking hold off? We don't have to abstain from anything for Lent? Like there's no Pope. There's no rules. No Pope, no rules.
Like a snow day, we can go around and like
Exactly.
It's not like, unless there's like a container
it's
that's like
sin day, everybody.
throw some giant coffin that's like break in case Pope quits.
I'm just gonna go rampantly sport.
It's a baby butt busting blizzard.
Nay.
Wow. Seriously, if there is one of those emergencies, like don't open unless the Pope quits, like that thing hasn't been open in 600 years. Like I wonder what the fuck's in there.
I'm about to bust out some sport fucking right now, man. Fernandez, sport fuck 2013.
Wow, just smacking people in the face with your dick. Like there's
Yeah.
no Pope.
Hey, what are you
gonna do? No Pope. It's not a sin. Nice. Another shout out to the British people. Apparently, Huffington Post, there's a survey that Brits are most likely to join the Mile High Club.
Why?
Really?
Because if you've got bad teeth, you like to fuck way up high, I guess. I don't know.
What does that have to do with
That's
that?
just a survey that happened. What?
They travel more, or
possibly.
Speaking of which,
maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're like, we're in Europe, but we're on this fucking island. Like we gotta take planes over there all the time and get a little horny.
That's Speaking of bad teeth over there, you know how they have Doctors Without Borders? They should do a Dentist Without Borders and go. All of them just go to England and
but
fix
if you're
the problem.
No.
Can I get a what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're a dentist, you're clearly already lazy. Like you didn't want to go through all the medical school, so you're not going to be like, I'm
And
going to go out of my
suicidal.
way and suicidal, right?
Yeah.
These people fucking are afraid of you. What else we got going on? Don't turn my shit. Oh yeah, life discovered. In the you spelled it wrong. In Lake Willans, below the Antarctic.
Oh,
the
she's
Ross Ice Shelf.
When she first popped that up on the screen, it just said life discovered in lake, and I was like, what does she mean, Silver Lake? Or
No, life was discovered in the Antarctica. There's like a team of scientists down there, and they may have discovered life in the lake below the Ross Ice Shelf.
What kind of life?
I don't know, but apparently none of these people have ever seen a John Carpenter movie. Like, what the fuck are they trying to do?
I
Like,
saw that.
don't do it! That thing's gonna thaw out and fucking kill everybody. Another shout out to Banana Joe, the monkey dog. Walks away with Best in Show at the Westminster Kennel Club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for 2 years.
No,
He came up short.
You spoiled it, dude. I totally DVR'd
Did
that.
you? Well, it's Banana Joe, buddy. You know why they call him that?
Why?
I don't know. He looks like a monkey or some shit. A little
Monkey-
dog that looks like a monkey.
What's a monkey dog?
It's Banana Joe. He's an Alfred Spencer.
Do you have a picture of that, Sarah?
No, we didn't.
No, but if you have an iPhone, look at the monkey emoticon.
There you go.
And
Oh,
put it
that's what the
together.
dog looks like?
No, the little monkey, and then put the dog together, and then
That's right.
problem
And that's
solved.
what your kids would look
I'm
like.
going to do some. I'm
'cause
gonna
you're
bust out
Filipino.
some science right now.
Good, look
Thank
that
God.
up. Another shout out to University of Colorado in Denver. They're proud to announce that is the #1 place in the country to get a fake ID.
Oh.
Yeah, so
All right.
if you want to be drinking in Denver and you're not of age,
Plus, pot's illegal now. That's a great place to be.
right? Don't need a fake ID for
I
that.
think
Just got to
Denver's
fake a headache.
Denver's where the Mile High Club originated.
Is that where it was?
Yeah.
And you don't even have to get a plane there.
Right, you just gotta go to that
Go watch a
stadium.
football game.
Wikipedia. that
Fuck in the
shit.
bathroom.
Yeah.
I did it. I'm way up here.
Well, it's because Denver technically is higher than it's above sea level. So
Yeah.
if you bang in Denver, right?
Right, that's
the Mile
the Mile High Club.
Yeah, I'm
that's
down.
where we were going with that.
All right.
Road trip, anyone? All right.
Nice.
And here's another
there an
question.
elevator?
Does jacking off count?
No, I don't think that does.
Why not?
That's because a club could.
It's
I think
technically sex at the mile
specifically
above.
more than
Don't
one. You
shake
need
your head,
you need
Dina.
more than one person to make a club.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
not
When
like you
two
and
or
your
more are
club.
gathered,
Whoa,
Yes.
no.
then
That's
it's
right.
sex.
RSVP, s'il vous plaît.
Well, that just means I got to call Wiki because all my records are fucking for naught.
Just call the Pope.
Right? You got to change all the special skills on your fucking resume now. I can't do that with one hand anymore. Sort of a negative shout out to Florida State Senator Darren Soto. This guy is a lawmaker. He filed a new law. It's called the Sunshine. What's it called there? Sunshine Protection Act to stay on daylight savings time year round because he's afraid of the dark.
I like him.
I'm fucking serious.
Me
There's
too.
this Florida
What?
senator who's like, it's dark out
How
there.
much?
I need
how
a
much
light bright.
money has gone into the
That's what I'm saying. There should be a committee
man.
that looks into what this guy's doing with his fucking free time. 'Cause
I
if
don't
he's-
like when we lose an hour and it gets all dark. I'm with him 100%.
No, I'm cool
I
with
go on
it.
hikes. I'm sick of reading my
As-
red
as-
whistle.
hey, as
I
a
can
comedian,
play golf at 6:30. I'm good.
well, as a comedian that used to do open mics, I'm tired of fucking trying to tell jokes when the sun's out. So I'm all
Yeah.
about it
Dark.
getting dark early. What time's the show? 7? Cool. It gets dark at 6 o'clock. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That's a little too enthusiastic.
One more negative shout out to the Spider-Man impersonator in Times Square. You can't punch a woman in the face just because she doesn't tip you $1. Did you guys read this in the news?
Are you sure it was Times Square and not Hollywood
No,
Boulevard?
it was Times Square. I'm just
Have you
Hollywood
seen
Boulevard.
that guy's costume? You can see the pee stains around the Spidey costume.
How do you think he
crotch.
makes that web?
I don't
Okay,
know.
did you see the new movie? That's
I don't remember in the comic book Spidey having a fanny pack. I don't remember that part either.
Yeah.
no, but he did have a lot of little backpacks made of web. So
Is
all
that
he had
where,
to
is
do
that where he kept
all he had to do was put that
extra
around.
cartridges?
That's where he keeps his candy.
One last shout out
for
to me.
kids.
For those of you that have listened before, you know that I'm a stand-up comic who suffers from CMT, that's Charcot-Marie-Tooth syndrome. Makes my hands and my legs all fucking weak.
You just reminded me I have a present for you. My friend designed this FML rings, means fuck my life. And I thought of you
Oh,
because of your fucked up disease.
great. Look at,
Yeah.
Hope it fits.
I can't get it on my crippled finger.
You want help with that? You got it?
Stick it in, Mark.
Okay,
all the way. Spit on it.
Do you have any lube?
It's there.
I know you
got
have
it.
lube.
I'm good.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
I do like that. Thank you.
You need a bigger size.
I do.
Good for you.
I
Good
get
for
that a
you.
lot, right? What are these condoms made out of? Need a much bigger.
I need to get you the Grand Slam.
Hefty.
Trojan.
Well, that's a finger bandage. That doesn't actually. Oh, My bad.
Oh.
Wonderful. So, Mark.
Yes, sir?
Tell our listeners all about yourself.
My name is Mark Fernandez, and I'm a stand-up comic. I've known Anthony for many freaking years.
What's going on?
We told the story before
Tell it
on other
again.
shows, but I think I knew Anthony when he was probably around 14 or 15.
Why is that?
Well, he was going to the Comedy Store performing when he was then, and I just thought, I didn't know. I
So
thought everybody was
I
21.
lied about my age.
He lied about his age.
Woohoo! Drinking when I was underage at the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
Yeah. How many fucking times are you going to be 21, dude? How many times is that going to happen?
That's what was hilarious. Like a birthday would come up and all the other comics would gather around and be like, "Man, happy birthday! What are you, 22 now? Enjoy that. It only comes once."
Actually,
I'm like 18 at the time. Like, yeah, that's woo.
Yeah.
22 it's a great year. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody pour me a shot.
So after many comic books and video games later, here we are.
Indeed. So you started in San Diego.
I did.
That's where you were born and raised, right?
That is. Born and raised San Diego. Started out as a house boy at the La Jolla Comedy Store.
Nice.
Bringing in wines and cheeses from
I remember.
Missy Shore.
Mm-hmm.
He really was a houseboy. That's what Missy Shore does with her young comics.
Especially Filipino ones.
How many grocery shopping trips have you been on?
Get the Bobby Lee out of here.
Yeah. What? No, see, they did different things with the Koreans.
They're a notch below the Filipinos.
Yeah, so I worked there for many years, and I worked my way up the food chain from doorman, house MC guy. Did everything from take reservations. I mean, basically everything you do in the comedy college.
That's when you start out at the Comedy Store as a comic. That's what you do. If you're a comic at the Comedy Store, you do all that. You're fill-in bartender. You're the janitor.
Yep, I did all
You're
that.
the get this drunk bitch a cab guy.
Except we left the remember Freddie King? We left the bouncing people to Freddie King. Freddie King was this amazing, quiet, very soft-spoken, incredibly buff black man who wasn't the funniest comic, but
No, he was actually a horrible comic, but nobody told him that because he was also a black belt.
Yeah, but he was also a black belt and a Golden Gloves boxer, but very good at removing people.
Yeah.
Who were unruly and drunk in shows.
He just had a way of working with their temperament and just sort of dancing them right out the door.
Yeah.
Little did they know he could have snapped their neck in like half a second.
Easily.
So, been in a comic at the Comedy Store and moved up to L.A.
Moved to L.A. to chase the dream.
You've always been a very funny comic, not in the general sense. You've always been a very smart.
Wait, what does that mean?
You've been a very smart comic. You're not a very overt or blatant comic. You know what I mean? Like your jokes are very funny and very well written. You're a very good writer.
Yeah, that's what you want as a comic, to someone to come off and go, "That's good writing."
I enjoyed
that. You were chasing the dream, not making the dreams actual.
It's the journey, right, Dinah?
Yeah, it is.
Then I'm all about the journey.
And Led Zeppelin.
Yes, Journey. With their Filipino lead singer.
Oh my God, that is the
Shout
best.
out Arnel Pineda. Woo!
I love that guy.
Yeah,
Shout out.
He sounds exactly like him.
They found him like singing covers.
Except for when he sounds the PHs and then you can hear the Filipino.
There's just a little bit of Filipino in him.
Just a tiny little Filipino.
Don't stop believing.
So good.
Almost there.
So good.
He's forever yours.
That'd be the worst song for all of it. Bad bully. That's, oh my God. Awful.
Hilarious. And Dinah, where did you start your wonderful comedy career?
When did I first meet you? Is
Yes.
that what you really want to ask?
No, I know when we met.
It's about him.
It was a dark night in a bowling alley.
Which is actually kind of where I started my comedy.
Is that how you started doing
in
comedy?
that bowling alley?
No
sure,
way.
Of course I did.
At the where is it?
Canoga Park Bowl.
Yeah. That was one of my
Yes.
first, open mics type situations,
Right.
But I started in the belly room with
okay.
Adam Barnhart.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Adam.
Is he the Ding Dong Show?
No, that's Don Barris.
Oh,
I think
what's
you're
Adam's?
thinking of.
What's Adam's show?
Adam Barnhart has Mitzi Shore kind of gave him this I don't know how to explain it, but just like the authority to have the belly room and have like his students come and do like 6 weeks of his class, and then you get to perform. And
So it's a graduation.
It's
show.
a graduation show, and
Which is probably wonderful.
it's
With Adam, I mean, I'm
Oh
sure.
my
I'm sure
God.
It's a great
he
show.
puts on great shows.
you
Yeah.
you
After
really
6 weeks, almost anybody can be a comic.
you're earning your dues in that show.
No, I hear you.
I'll bet. That must be like gladiator school in there.
Love is a
just like
battlefield.
Yeah.
horrible. I've seen some. Does Adam have a good class? Do you know anything about that?
Well, yeah, he does have a good class, and that's where I came out of. So I highly recommend it for a beginner.
Oh, that.
I mean, it's great for a beginner,
Right.
and then you got to move on.
Teach you the basics, and then you've got to
And then you got to move downstairs.
Pick up your tools and start making shit. I hear you.
Find your voice, will you please?
Please find your voice.
A character. You need a point of view.
You're so suppressed.
What's your POV? What is your why are you here?
What are you about?
It's your motivation.
Oh.
That's us ranting about all the bullshit we heard from club managers.
That's what we've all heard in the showbiz.
Right. Everybody wants your POV, which is important
You're
this time
funny,
of year.
But what's your POV?
All right. How about pilot season?
I write dick jokes.
Pilot
Pilot season's fun.
Yeah, that's the reason we don't have any superstars on.
I've been here since 1997.
Superstars.
So I've seen a few pilot seasons, and what's amazing to me are the ones that, the whole process of what gets chosen and what does not get chosen to be made, and then what gets chosen and what doesn't get chosen to hit the air is amazing.
Right.
I mean, they were.
I'm sure you've seen lots of stuff that you thought would be.
I've seen thousands of dollars get spent on shit.
I've been in pilots that didn't go anywhere. It's a sad waste of time.
But I don't know about you, but I'm not at any part in my career or point in my career I can go, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
No,
I have
you do it all.
integrity.
Right. So when you're reading, you're like, holy
Then my dog looks at me
shit.
like, I need food, fucker.
This is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And you call your manager and you're like, I'll do it.
Yeah. Like I got a call to be on a pilot for a dating show, which I'm like, no. But then I can't say no. When I can't. You know,
When is the Filipino
the
ever
power
going to
of
get
yes.
a date?
I'm saying yes to everything.
Saying no to that is a very smart move, Fernandez.
I know.
My dad didn't
probably.
talk to me for an entire week of a week vacation that I spent with him when he found out that I did a dating show.
Is
My
that
sister
right?
Showed him.
Right.
Refused
What'd you
to
do?
speak
Like
to
Fifth
me.
Wheel? Or?
Said, don't ever do that.
Eliminate.
again.
All on the same show.
They tore me to shreds.
What
Really?
dating show did
It was,
you do?
I think it was Blind Date.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was, because I do like charity stuff, and so I called
Right.
I called myself a
And
humanitarian
that show
on the date.
was not anything if not a fucking charity case. That blind date show.
They were like, well, who does she think she is? A Gandhi?
Oh, so they're ripping on you on the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, like the pop-up video thing.
I'm like, I'm sorry if I like orphans in Africa.
Hello.
who doesn't? They're half the price of orphans in the Philippines.
Why don't
Wait,
What do you got, a Groupon? What is that?
you have Groupon?
Yeah, Groupon over there, huh?
Groupon?
Or that one, huh?
Hilarious. Are there any pilots that are going to be coming out this season that you are actually looking
I
forward
looked
to?
through the breakdowns of some of the pilots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you
You're
have
the
the
man
breakdown?
behind the scenes. So.
Right. So I looked at them and out of I think I saw breakdowns for about 40 of them, and maybe one I was okay, I'd watch that. One out of 40. Which is probably a similar percentage as far as what gets made and what gets on the air anyway.
Honestly, can't wait for Sean Ryan's new Beverly Hills Cop to come out. Have you heard about this?
I heard that one's horrendous. Dude.
What?
Yeah.
It's not possible. Sean Ryan is a genius.
Okay. Great.
You don't think so?
You know what it seems like? The little encapsulation of that one is it's Eddie Murphy or Axel Foley's son,
Right.
played by Brandon T. Jackson. Mm-hmm. But that reminded me of Shaft when they remade Shaft with Samuel L. Jackson when he was Shaft's nephew. I'm like, how's the song go? Who was the man with the plan? Shaft's nephew. I mean, it didn't.
So
I
it's
don't
not
care
gonna
about
jive
Shaft's
for you.
nephew.
Yeah, but you got to think of the source sometimes. I mean, I've seen a lot of Sean Ryan stuff. I'm a big fan. Big fan.
Is
of
he
Shield,
is he the Lethal
Shield,
Weapon dude?
Last Resort.
Oh, he's the
yeah,
Shield.
Yeah. You want to give you room so you can backpedal a little, buddy?
Maybe Axel Foley's son's going to have some
that's
edge,
what I'm saying.
right?
Yeah, I don't know how well the comedy's going to play out, but I can't imagine that the
I
action.
think that kid's a good actor. I think he's all right. He was in Percy Jackson as the Centaur. Right? Remember that?
Right. He had a big penis in that.
Well, they implied that. Yeah.
Oh, was it digital? Yeah. Oh, damn it.
The
But
hell
yeah.
are you guys saying?
Nerd speak.
What?
Right?
There's
Talking about
Percy Jackson and the
CGI.
Olympians. Come on, Dinah.
I just
Jackson.
tuned you out. Like
Centaur's a half man.
like when I
Never mind.
ate an edible at Comic-Con.
Right. Here, what does my life come to? Pilot scoop,
Whoa.
huh? Oh, yeah, Harry Potter's
Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley. What, Pal Rupert? Is that his name?
No, Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint.
That's Ron Weasley.
Gotcha. Weasley to star in a new CBS comedy called, what,
He's
Super
going to be
Clyde?
Super Clyde, huh? Greg Garcia's good.
Yeah, Greg Garcia is good writer.
I think My Name is Earl, Greg Garcia.
What is it? It follows a meek fast food worker who decides to become a superhero.
I love
Dun,
Greg Garcia.
Dun, dun.
Greg Garcia is the shit.
Yeah,
I met
Raising
with that
Hope
guy.
Did you?
and-
Yes.
Yeah, he's good.
So, what's going on? Where's your pilot?
Where's my pilot? Yeah, Greg Garcia.
What-
Where's my pilot?
What's your point of view? What's your show?
Yeah, what do you got?
If we're
I
going to build
got-
a show around Dinah Leffert, what's that show?
I got Someone's in the Kitchen with Dinah.
Nope. Hey.
All right, it's where I make my edibles, my 420 cookies. And then I get a celebrity to come in like Willie Nelson or Sarah Silverman. And then
Cheech Marin.
they teach me their favorite recipe that we can make with my butter. Get it? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Totally Netflixing that.
I totally. I did see a
It's
porn
not
one
there
time
yet.
that was
Let's
called
make it first.
Someone's in the Kitchen with Vagina. It was actually an adult film I watched one time.
It is?
There really was. It was like a compilation, and it was called
Someone's in the kitchen with vagina.
It's like, yeah.
I've heard that my entire life. Since,
Really?
Like,
Have you
when
ever
I
had
can
sex in the
remember.
kitchen?
Really?
Of course I have.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have.
well, going by that theory,
By
there's gotta
anybody
be
that's ever
some
teased you with that phrase?
Yeah.
Listen,
Get her.
every comic has
Wait,
a
you've heard-
sad, tragic story.
You've heard someone's in the kitchen with vagina your whole life, and
Someone's in the
now-
kitchen with Dinah, and Dinah rhymes with vagina. It's been plaguing me
Right.
since I was born.
Yeah.
I'm not that fortunate.
Also-
all I've heard is Fernandez, and there's no show.
Fernandez.
That's all I hear. Hey,
greatest.
Fernandez.
Wow. That's how I'm going to list you in the description for this show.
Yeah.
Dinah Leffert and Anthony Ramos talk with Mark
Talk
Fernandez.
with Fernandez.
And
Thanks, Junior High,
There's nothing. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's from.
for the name.
I'm even heckled in the Bible, in the First Testament. You read about Dinah in the Bible, and she gets raped.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? What was she wearing?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe she was asking for it.
Maybe she had on a dirty, sexy frock. She had a little
What
bit
was
of
she wearing?
donkey feces
You
on her
didn't even have to go to
calves.
dirty, sexy. Frock was enough for me to finish.
What are you doing? Why are we listening to that? Oh.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Wow. That's apparently
We didn't even
a
get to the
portion of
chorus.
someone's in.
There it is.
I never heard this before.
I know someone in the kitchen with
Shouldn't you be taking your clothes off or something to this song?
Yeah.
or whipping out a banjo.
I've never heard.
Is that what you call your penis?
Congratulations!
Playing on the old
I've never heard
banjo.
that rendition before. That's fantastic.
That was nice.
Nice
This
work,
is,
Dick.
this is how an ego works.
Ringtone.
Ego, child mind. I thought that song was written for me. And when I saw third grade and that there was a copyright in 1936, I was devastated.
Is that how old that song is?
Yes.
Whoa.
It's an old American roots
Did
song.
you
Yeah.
question your age? You're like, wait, how old am I? That's
No, I questioned I found out about narcissism at a very young age.
Which
Found
is
out what I
a
was.
prerequisite for stand-up comics, by the way.
yeah, but not everybody.
Seriously, I was watching a narcissism thing on YouTube, and it was like, if you're this, this, and this, and I started crying.
Wow. Sure you weren't watching a depression video? Was that-
In other words, yeah.
Nice. Well, you were going to mention you're involved in actually a very cool project.
Yeah.
A documentary.
Yes, this is to combat my narcissism. I'm being of service.
Here she's giving back to the community.
Yeah, it's a grassroots project to promote soccer in America. It's
What's it called?
Oh,
it's
what?
called Galacticos, which means soccer superstar. It's coined by the King of Spain. And I want
Galacticos?
to popularize this term for people that are not in the soccer world. My documentary follows the #1 youth soccer team.
Because of all those other
U16.
soccer terms that Americans love.
Yeah. They don't know about.
Like the word soccer,
Yeah, thank
because
you.
it's properly called football.
Yes,
Oh,
world
my-
football.
My bad.
Yeah, but
So tell us-
soccer,
no, tell us more about your
tomato, soccer, football.
Okay, so
So I followed these guys around, this team that have been together, most of them since they're 6, 7, 8 years old. And
How
now
old
they're
are they now?
Now they're 18, but I followed them from 16 to 18.
Really?
Yes, in their quest to win the national title, the national
and the
championship.
backstory of that is it's not just some random team. You said that the coach of
There's
that
a
Their
club
coach-
team.
there's a personal
It is-
relationship.
It is a club team, and the personal relationship. It's about brotherhood, and in fact, their coach is my brother.
Oh.
Who is? You tell his accolades.
Noah. His name is Noah Gins. He is the #1 youth soccer. He won most competitive coach 2011 under the Nike umbrella for Southern Cal. So he took this club literally from obscurity into a nationally recognized club.
Nice.
There was 6 teams, and now there's over 52 leagues. And
Yeah.
they have an Albion Cup that he created. And now there's over 500 teams that come and compete
I grew
internationally.
up playing youth soccer.
San
playing club
Diego, it's
soccer.
Albion. You're right, San
And-
Diego.
and he's
we
such
played
a-
against
he's-
Albion. That was a
You lost against Albion,
No, we
buddy.
beat Albion.
You beat Albion?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
But
about
this is,
Albion.
I'm way older than these.
But her
guys, so
coach-
this
but-
was,
but-
I mean, we beat Albion's grandparents. That's how old I am. I remember playing against Albion.
Her brother's
In San
coaching,
Diego?
though. His
Yeah.
kids apparently are the ones that directly I'm sure not through coincidence, they filter into the U.S. national team.
Sure.
And the
my,
Olympics.
My nieces play for surf.
Olympics, yeah. And surf is their biggest rival club.
Yeah, my nieces play for surf, and they go through, what is it, UDP?
Yeah, well, they're going down this year.
ODP?
Yeah.
Yeah,
ODB, Old Dirty Bastard.
No, it's ODP, which is Olympic Development Program, which my nieces went through.
Yeah, 11 of these kids on my team that I've followed are ODP.
Excellent. I want to hear more about that. Actually, a lot more about that. We'll get a little bit more in depth about that documentary and some of the stuff that you're going through, so that we can get the word out there right after this break.
You're going through.
I mean, some stuff you're developing, and we'll deal with your fucking issues after we get back, Dinah. Okay.
I love you.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to the GoCast Network.
Hey guys, this is Danny Trejo, and when I'm in Huntington Beach, I go to my favorite restaurant, the second floor. The second floor has my favorite food, and man, you have to see their colossal burger. You need a damn machete just to cut them. And they were just voted the best fusion art restaurant. Tattoo art from some of the biggest names like Jack Rudy and Rick Walters. Every Thursday night, art shows featuring legends to local artists come in, and you can meet them in person. You can buy the art right off the walls, and all sales go right to the artist. After 10 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, well-known DJs spinning an eclectic mix of music, and you gotta check out their late night menu. Go visit them on the web, check out their great menu, upcoming art shows, and your favorite DJ. Located at 126 Main Street, downtown Huntington Beach. Second floor. I'll see you there.
Yo, this is Roddy Piper. You're listening to Rod Pod. I got something free for you. Gamefly. You get it free. You save it for 15 days. Play it all you want. No late fees. Get it back where you want. Got every game. 8,000 games. They got the Legends of Wrestling. My son Colt plays that.
And I don't play it as you. I play it as The Rock.
You're the Rock in the Legends of Wrestling?
It's the only guy I can put the rock bottom on you.
Do you know what he cooks?
No, but I bet it smells delicious.
Gamefly. 8,000. Be Roddy Piper.
Before you hit fast forward, listen to this.
It's the big hot rockin', non-stop and less talking, boss jockin', head knocking, finger popping, yanking, cranking, hiney spanking, wham bam, thank you ma'am, 50,000 watt blowtorch of rock and roll. That is the Dick and Darren Show.
Dick and Darren downloaded 185 episodes. It's pretty good for you. You'll like it. Up in your ear hole.
On the GoCast Network.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Apparently we're back 10 seconds after that thing says we're back. I found the mic button, and it works. Well, I just wanted to mention real quick, we are having a wonderful concert event in March on the 23rd with Far and Away Band. That's Nellie Weitenheimer, Michael Weissman. Also a part of the event is going to be Abraham Lim, Charlie Lubeck, and the wonderfully talented Eileen Bayramoglu. I apologize, Eileen, if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I've known her for a while and still can't pronounce her damn name. But they're all from the Glee Project, and for those of you that have been tweeting in questions, you guys are all going to be entered into the raffle to win a couple of tickets to the event.
What?
So far, we've got, yeah, that's right. You don't get to come. You got to pay.
What?
I'm kidding.
Rude.
No, not.
That is rude.
I'm kidding. You guys were coming for free because I need people to pass out hors d'oeuvres. For those of you that have already tweeted in questions, you'll get an entry into that drawing in our countdown to the concert drawing. So far, we've got Paloma Orozco, Kayla Clough, Sarah Chi, Gloria Watts, Amber Odom, Cherry Ann, Bethany Kate. Looks like Paloma's got 2 entries. Good job, Paloma.
I didn't hear any dudes' names in that thing.
Really? Because that's what you want. You want a big room full of dudes that you can hang out in? Is that what you're
They're probably
telling
not
me?
old enough for me to hang with them anyway. But
if you need a room,
legally.
A friend of mine was asking me the weirdest questions. You can go to the Hollywood Spa. It's over in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's a big gay bathhouse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Does it ring a bell now?
Well, I bathed before, yeah.
I've never been in one of those. What does it look like?
Neither have I, to be honest with you. They asked me about it. They're like, you don't know what it is? And they sounded really surprised when I said no. I'm like, no, I don't know what that is. I'm all, but gay bathhouse? That sounds like, I'm disabled. That sounds like a really slippery fucking place to be.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not all about. And then they even asked, they're like, so what, you got a problem slipping in sperm? And I'm all, no, to be honest with you, I'll have shoes on. I could slip in it all day. It's falling and then landing in the sperm that I'm going to have real issues with.
It just looks like this place with less microphones.
And
You know what I mean? A lot more places to hang towels, though, in a gay bathhouse than any
More
other.
penises and less microphones. I'm assuming. I don't.
Right.
never-
Don't show me any more of your pictures on your phone. Anyway, we're going
Don't
to
look
get
at
to
my Instagram.
Insta-fabulous is what yours is supposed to be
Yeah,
called.
that's right.
We're going to go to Sarah. She's going to read the Twitter questions. And then we're going to answer some. It's time to tweet.
Okay, first of all, we have Sarah Chi. Love your butts. Anyway, what was the inspiration for becoming a comedian?
That's a good question for all of us. Mark, why don't you start off?
I was always funny and didn't get enough attention because I was one of 4 kids, and the impetus to start was actually to impress a girl, actually.
That's the way that
But
it can happen.
I always was like the funny dude, and I was always the joke guy all through school and the insult guy. Don Rickles was a big thing back when I was a kid.
Right.
And also
The 40s.
the Parade magazine. I don't know. Do they still have the Parade magazine?
You're talking about the insert in the newspaper?
Yeah, Sunday paper, and they'd have the insert, the Parade magazine. On the back of the Parade magazine, they'd have the my favorite joke section. And there was like famous comics way back then.
Oh, really?
I'm 51 now, by the way.
Wow.
But they, Mort Saul
You
and
look
Shecky
good, girl.
Green, and thank you.
You do look really good.
And I always pictured myself to be on that page, and I always wanted to, something I always wanted to do. There's no precedent in my family. None of my family have ever been in show business at all, so I don't know what spurs me on to do it.
There's no Filipino Elvis impersonators in your
There's
no
nothing.
uncles?
No.
No drag queens? Come on, you're Filipino, for Christ's
The
sake.
closest,
There's got to be one drag queen.
Funny that you mentioned that, because he was gay. He's not around anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But the only one was
Took that
a
pill?
distant cousin. Here you go. A distant cousin who was in West Side Story.
Maria?
No. He played Chino, who was the lead dude's best pal.
Right.
Jose de Vega is a distant cousin of mine, and
Oh,
that's
wow.
the only showbiz that's anywhere.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Boom!
Come and get
When
me
you're
too,
a jet,
Chino!
you're a jet all the way, from your first cigarette to your last dying day.
Wow, okay. We
Hey!
just figured out where all the gay dudes in your family
I
are.
dig chicks.
How about you, Dinah? What was the inspiration to become a comic?
Well,
To impress a girl? Please say yes.
Please say yes.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
I gotta go to a
That
bathhouse
girl was
now.
my mom.
Oh, that makes it hotter.
Yeah, that doesn't turn us off at all.
That didn't stop me at all. Huh?
No, because look,
throw a cousin in the mix.
I'm
I don't give a shit.
also one of 4. I'm the youngest.
Oh, wow,
Are
look
you?
at you. A
I
lot in
had
common.
0 personality when I was a child, and I saw my brother getting laughs in the kitchen. He was killing.
Your brother was killing in the open mic in the kitchen.
Doing some mom's cookies material.
Hey, you see the light, fucker? It's my turn.
I remember my little baby head saying, "That's how you do it."
He's got the gift.
That is one of my earliest thoughts I've ever had.
So he was your
that I
first
remember.
influence,
Yes.
comedically, was your brother. Who was,
Yeah, he's very funny. Matt Leffert, hilarious non-comedian. He took
What's
the straight
he
route.
do now?
That's awesome.
He raises money for environmental issues, and also like moved to
Gay.
Moved to New Orleans.
Lame.
No, he moved to New Orleans to raise money for the charter schools. He's an awesome
He
guy.
actually
He
makes
sounds like
the
a-
world a better place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes the world. He's an awesome guy.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry,
How do you
Matt.
feel about
But
that
he used to
now?
beat
A little
the
bad.
shit out of me when I was
What
growing
a
up.
dick!
Okay,
I knew it.
see that? There you go.
See, I fucking knew
So
it.
that's also why I became a comics. Revenge.
You know what? If we asked him what was inspiring to you, what like inspired you to be a humanitarian, he'd probably be like, all the abuse that on my side forced on my sister.
I felt bad. I'm making up for it.
As far as me, I honestly I don't. I knew as a kid I loved entertainers. I had no ideas as a young child that I'm like get in front of a mic or get on stage and try and be funny and stuff. It was just that whole class clown, the smart ass. You know what I mean? There are people I can go back and look at my yearbooks, and people signing my yearbook knew I was going to be a comic before I did. You know what I mean? It wasn't until college,
Right.
really, that I started doing comedy. I mean, when I was at the Comedy Store, it was like I'd had a 10-minute set, but I was really just kind of goofing around. It took a few years for me to be like, okay, this is really what I want to do. And much like your story, it was to get pussy. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was class clown in high school, but I had an issue with the clown because I didn't when they said, "Hey, you're the class clown, senior year class clown." I'm like, I don't like that. The word clown. I don't like the phrase clown. I don't want to be a clown.
You're right. You're like, I wear these big shoes because they fit.
Yeah.
Anthony Ramos helped me win a contest, my first contest that I ever did. Yes, and this is why I kept doing comedy because I won first place the 2 year and under LA comedy contest that Dante throws, and then I remember I needed like some tags for my.
Oh, really? And I helped you with some tags?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was some Mexican jokes.
Was that the same year that Glickman won his?
I think so.
Oh, that's probably why I don't really I don't remember very well because I was entered in that year and Glickman won first place.
Did he?
I won second place, but he won first place telling jokes I wrote for him. So I was a little.
So you're a winner anyway. Good for you, buddy. You feel good?
I'm gonna have that trophy's mine, you son of a bitch.
Have that trophy's mine.
First and a half place.
Yeah. I want some of your big time rush money. Fucker.
I know. What's up with that? He was just on the show.
He's on a TV show. Was he just here?
Yeah, he was just here.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful, wonderful time. We had a great time.
Glicky.
He has stories up the yang. I'll have him back and have you.
Yeah, I'd
we'll
love
all
to. Haven't seen him
sit around and make fun of his big Jewish hair.
I have randomly spent 2 New Year's Eves with Glickman.
Oh yeah,
randomly.
I was going to ask you
Were
stories off the air.
Doing shows?
About that.
No, it was like a party with. It was like Ian Edwards and him at whatever, and then Russell Peters had a party this year.
Right.
Oh, you dropped something.
Yeah, you got some names on the floor there.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, well.
Well, you know what?
5 years ago,
Russell Peters needs his name dropped because not enough people really know about him.
I really don't know.
Oh no, but he's selling out arenas.
I really
around
I know, but if you're a comic, you know who he is. But the rest of the world, except for Indians, don't know him.
I've only known about him.
He's
for
the biggest comic
3
that
or 4
people
months,
don't know
to be
about.
honest with you.
I know what you're saying. I hear you, but I think people know about him.
Russell, if you're
He's not
listening,
surprised.
come on the
Maybe
show
not
and explain why nobody knows
He's
who the hell
maybe
you
not
are.
a household name in America, but the rest of the world knows who the hell he is.
So look at Russell Peters.
Well, it's like the rest of the world. #1 food that they eat is goat, but we don't see any of that here.
I don't know. I had goat tacos the other day. They're pretty good.
See, you're
wow. When were you?
Ever
you were
since,
in Africa
ever since
recently?
Bizarre Foods, I eat a lot of things that I wouldn't eat normally.
Really?
Like what? Tongue tacos.
Oh my God! Do you make
my
those?
God,
You're Filipino. You make those. One of the scariest things that ever happened
The
to me.
embryo duck eggs, the balut.
No, the head of the
my
goat.
God.
The head of the goat on the stove.
I've never eaten head yet, but but there's sheep head. Scottish eat a sheep head, and then there's goat head. I'll try it all. I'm gonna try it. I want to try it. I want to.
Wow.
I pulled the lid off a stove one time, and there was a goat head. Yeah.
Oh my. And that's how we all became comics.
Hey.
Next question.
It's brain food.
I'm a vegetarian now.
Really?
Because of that traumatic incident.
This is going to be a super quick one because the answer is obvious.
We'll see.
Do you guys want Nelly and Michael on Glee?
The rapper Nelly?
No. Nelly
from the
and
Glee
Michael
Project.
from Far and Away.
I would love to have them
podcast.
on Glee. They're very talented. I've often said that Ryan Murphy, with the show Glee, they have competing Glee clubs. They oftentimes they hire a bunch of actors that nobody knows or has seen to be competing choirs or Glee clubs, and I have no idea why they just didn't utilize all the talent that they have from the Glee Project, both the first and second season.
So I don't know. So the Glee Project is a reality show. Is that
yeah? Basically,
correct?
what it is it's like American Idol, but the prize is you get to be a regular member, a regular cast member on Glee.
Oh.
So the new kid Blake Jenner, who's on Glee. Come on, you're a 51-year-old Filipino man. You watch Glee.
I don't. I do watch another Ryan Murphy show, though, American Horror Story.
Yes, it's a lot like Glee, so they're kind of the same show.
Well, there was the big number with Jessica Lange this season that was awesome.
That's true, and that's where they get that.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of musical theater background.
It was awesome.
I don't have cable.
That's your answer.
Hulu and Netflix, Dinah.
I don't have
time is what the answer. I know. I don't
She's following around little boys and watching them play soccer.
That's all right. They're old enough now. They were 16 before.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, Paloma wants to know if there's a story behind how your Twitter name was born. She really likes it, at Love Your Butts.
Actually, yeah. When I started podcasting probably about 6-7 months ago, I know that it's important to create a brand and what have you. And Love Your Butts is something that I've often said to my wife in a playful kind of when we're partying, she's going to work and I'm staying at home or vice versa, which never happens. I'm always like, all right, sweetheart, take care. I'll see you later. Love your butt. And it just was natural. We're sitting around trying to think of a Twitter handle for my podcast, and she was like, "Why not that?" And
It just
I
stuck.
agreed. Yep. Love your butts.
And what's behind your wacky Twitter handle, Dinah?
At Dinah Leffert.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
What about you, Fernandez? What's the
Mine is
origin
because I'm a poker player and enjoy Vegas and the gaming and the gambling, and so Fernandez came from the Bellagio.
Yeah, you owe them so much money they legally made you change your name a little.
Exactly, yeah.
Mark.
It's a marketing and branding issue.
What do you mean by the gaming?
I like to
Poker,
gamble,
yeah.
poker, blackjack.
You just call that gaming?
That's what they call it in Vegas.
All of it. It's because it's all
Gaming.
encompassing.
I thought that was like if you were a
You know,
gamer.
with-
like
I do that too, though.
Xbox.
I'm video game dork also, as Anthony knows.
Yeah. Video games fucking
Video
rock.
games.
It sucks having my CMT, my Charco Marie.
You
it affects
kick my ass every time with those fucking things.
My hands don't work properly, so when I try and
Oh,
use the
they
controller,
don't?
I
Really?
No, just that for that one combination.
Up,
Yeah,
down, left, right, A, B, start, select. What the fuck? How did you do that so fast?
Incredible. Free bullets on Contra. Do we have any more Twitter questions?
Oh, you do. Paloma would also like to know what's your favorite movie.
Ooh, good question.
Paloma's all up in your business.
Well, there's different
You only
genres.
get one?
I know, huh? Pick a genre and then tell us what your
Favorite movie the first one that comes to my mind every single time is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's a wonderful movie.
But I'm old enough to have seen it in the theater first run.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's wow.
I got dropped off and watched it with my cousins. My grandpa dropped us off. Hey, my grandpa dropped us off at the Linda Vista Theater in San Diego. My cousins Art and Al and I, we saw Willy Wonka. My grandpa went to a poker room downtown San Diego.
Nice.
3 hours later, he comes and picks us up.
That's hilarious. What about you, Dinah? What's your what pops into your head?
What was the question?
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
The Outsiders.
We're gonna do it for Johnny. We're gonna do it for Johnny.
Exactly. It's my
Also a
favorite
very
part.
good movie.
Stay gold, pony boy.
Stay gold. I just always related to, because I ran away 5 times when I was a little kid, and I appreciated that church with the box with the bologna and the book and the big thing of white bread. That was my dream.
Yeah.
I would just meet up with my kid soldiers.
That's Coppola, right?
I don't know, but
I think it's Coppola.
I think you're right.
I just relate to any child runaway story.
That's funny. My
Yes,
cousins and I did a little fake runaway camping thing, and we did that we bought like a loaf of bread, and at that time it wasn't just bologna, it was like the cheese loaf, with the little pieces of cheese, and then like the bologna.
They still make that?
I don't think they do. I think it causes cancer, but
Yeah.
It all does.
but it was
now.
like bologna that had little speckles of cheese all through the loaf, so you didn't have to add cheese. You just put the thing on there, and you got your bologna and cheese.
Oh, it just sounds good.
And we'd eat that. And what was great is it was in my cousin's backpack. So by the time we got where we were fake going, it was all warm. You know what I mean? Like the bread was warm.
But it still
and
tasted
yeah,
so
it was
good.
so yummy.
Yeah.
But my favorite movie is probably instantly comes to mind has got to be The Jerk. Steve
The
Martin
Jerk.
classic. As far as comedy, I mean, you
Classic.
can get into action and mystery and
I was born a
suspense
small
movies.
black child is
Yeah.
the best line in comedy history.
Die, Nathan Johnson, random son of a
He
bitch.
hates cans.
It's these cans.
Awesome. Next question.
I think this should be the last one we take of all of these because there's a lot of repeats. Paloma would also like to know.
Love Paloma.
Why isn't Paloma just sitting here?
One from your mouth
What's
Hey.
she saying?
to whatever Filipino god you praise his ears.
Oh, so then from my mouth to pork?
Go ahead.
What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day?
Ah.
Who's that from?
From Paloma.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
What are you doing
There's
for
a few
Valentine's?
others, but they all seem to have asked
I think
the
she was
same
asking
three
both Mark and
questions.
Dinah together.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I would do something with
I
Dinah.
am going somewhere. You guys are invited. I'm going. My friend Gianna's having a party where it's instead of having like a broken heart day, she's having an open
Glory
hearts
hole
party
get
at
together.
her house with meatballs.
Nice.
And
You've invited Italians?
I'm a vegetarian. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna soak my.
Yeah, how can you
more
tell
balls for
someone
you,
the
Mark.
Doesn't
same
your good friend
meatball
know
juice?
that you're a vegetarian and will not
She
have-
does, but I'm gonna go anyway. And
You just
I'm-
lie. That's what I do to all my vegetarian friends. They come over, they go, is this
I'm
vegan
just a
steak?
steak.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's from an all
It's
broccoli
made
cow.
from seitan and soy. It's
I have
good.
days off though. Like if I'm starving.
Wait,
and I'm with
really? So you
people-
still eat meat sometimes?
If I'm starving and there's nothing to eat but meat, I will eat it.
Yeah, you will.
See, I'm okay with that.
What are you doing for
cool.
Valentine's Day?
I will actually be opening for Lamont Ferguson and Ro De La Grace in the Carlsbad Village Theater in San Diego.
That's going to be a great show.
Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Very funny comedians.
Yeah.
Ah, very nice. Sarah and I actually don't have any plans specifically on Valentine's Day because we're going to Vegas this weekend. We're gonna actually go see Cirque du Soleil Love.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have some wonderful food.
Fuck you guys.
Get some steak.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is a
Fuck
weird
all
trivia
married
question.
and love and shit.
You know what I learned recently? You know where the best steakhouse? You know which hotel has the best steakhouse?
I don't know.
In all of Vegas.
I like the
All of
I like
Vegas,
360 and
which is the
Hard
food
Rock.
mecca of the world these days. In all of Vegas, the very best steakhouse is in Circus.
What?
All the other like
I
prominent.
heard that's elephant meat, though.
Yeah,
the
see, I'm
other-
not even sure that's actual
which is
beef.
delicious. Are you kidding me? You can pick your teeth with the tusks afterwards. It's just, yeah, apparently, like all the really good steakhouses buy their meat from whatever steakhouse is in Circus. That's
Really?
numero uno.
Really?
Weird trivia, huh? So if you want to go to a giant pink trailer park and have the best steaks in Vegas, go to Circus.
That's like by another low rent.
I don't know what that
called
is.
Slots of
That
Fun.
thing is
You ever been to Slots of Fun?
Slots of Fun, yes. I've been by Slots of Fun.
99-cent shrimp cocktails.
I've never been
and
in Slots of
$1
Fun.
footlongs and
No,
Dude,
that's like
Circus is the shit. It's like going to Tijuana.
I know. That's why I haven't been in years. I just, to me, that
you
dome
should go there to stock up on
is,
chicle.
is like the protective sarcophagus in Chernobyl.
That was a racist remark, by the way.
You son of a bitch. I haven't eaten chicle in years.
Chicle?
Yeah. I haven't had chicle in years. I haven't had a little fucking homeless Tijuana kid full of dirt and stuff put some gum on my drunk knee.
Yeah.
Drunk knee.
That's how they used to do it. They like when you're drunk in Tijuana and you're coming back to the border, you're on the bus or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They walk down the fucking bus and they like put a little piece of chicle, like a little 5 pieces of gum, put it like on your knee, and then they do that to like everybody, and then they come back and recollect them. But if you're drunk and you put that shit in your mouth, you got to be like, oh fuck, here's $1. Here's oh shit, I'm so
They're like
sorry.
little drug dealers. Here's a sample. Fucking
Yeah, exactly.
Check it out.
So that first one's free, and you're like, cool, and you eat it all, and he's like, no, just the one. You ate all 5, fucker. Cough up $1.
Pay up.
You actually just had a new, very good question just come in from Julia Sirkin.
All right,
Who
last
is your
one.
favorite person you've ever interviewed?
Ooh, that's rough. Favorite person I've ever interviewed. You mean just like with the shows and stuff so far? To be honest with you, I had a really, really good time with Katie McLean. She's a very popular soap opera actress. She was Dixie for All My Children, Emmy Award winning.
Yeah,
she came on the show with John Lindstrom, who's now back on General Hospital. And Katie McLean is actually back on All My Children. They've worked out their deals. They're getting the actors back to do like a web series of the All My Children and stuff.
Because that's off the air now, right?
It was, and now it was in negotiation back because the fans want it back, so it's not gone. It's coming back.
Nice.
It's so sweet how you care about
Katie
that.
McLean, she was smart and funny, and I'm probably gonna have
Do
her
you
back as a
watch All My
co-host.
Children?
Not anymore, but I did. Back
I
when I was
did
in
too.
college,
I
and there was
did.
nothing
Me
to do.
too.
Yeah, at college, you get home, finish your homework, there's nothing to do.
Fantastic.
It is though, but also fantastically brilliant because I scheduled my classes around the soap operas.
Damn right you
because
did.
In the student center at San Diego State, that's where all the chicks were hanging out. So I had no
Genius.
classes from 11 a.m. to 3 because that was Young and the Restless. Genius.
Santa Barbara? Did you watch Santa Barbara?
No, because
that was
Santa
my
Barbara,
favorite. That was the
Santa
shit.
Barbara was on the same time as One Life to Live. So it was Young and the Restless, All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital, all in that block, and
Wow.
that's how I scheduled my
Was
classes.
that what the DVD?
And that's
seasons
why I
of the
didn't
DVDs look like on-
graduate, by the way.
Hilarious. Well, I wanted to take a few moments here too. Dinah, I'm sorry we didn't get back to the soccer thing. I want you to tell the name and everything. We've got to take off here very shortly. We've only got a couple.
It's
more
called
minutes.
Galacticos, and it's coming out soon.
Documentary about
I'm still
the
in
Youth Soccer
post-production.
League.
Yes.
Amazing story, not
Amazing
just
story.
about soccer, but about, like you said, the relationships and the journey that these young.
You don't even have to be into soccer to appreciate. Anyone can relate with it. It's a family story. You can watch it with your
Wonderful.
whole family.
And where can people find you? Twitter, Facebook? What do you got?
At Dinah Leffert, DinaHLEFFERT, and also on Facebook. And I'm working on a website for Galacticos, the movie.
Wonderful.
.com.
Mark?
Like I said, I'll be at the Carlsbad Village Theater tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, opening for Lamont and Rowe. And then I also will be performing there Saturday night for the West Coast Funnies, same theater. And February 24th, I'll be at Flappers.
Fantastic. Where can they find you on Twitter?
On Twitter, it's at, like I said, Fernaggio, Fernaggio, and also Facebook.com/Mark Fern.
Sweet.
Guys,
Dinah?
really quick, I wanted to say I'm doing a soccer ball drive for Light School in Africa, for orphans in Africa, and it's at my show. You can drop off any type of ball at on the 20th.
I saw
Go to my
that.
Facebook
I saw
page.
that. I have one for you.
Perfect. I've got a couple balls for you, too. I'll give you those after the show.
Whoa.
Sweet.
King House Comedy Show, 20th of February.
You've been rolling with Ramos. I'm Anthony, and I love your butts.